Tuesday, January 26, 2021. I am the coach, and this is The Early Edge, powered by SportsLine. We're the only daily sports betting podcast that's in your feed before 11 a.m., and we do it all in 10 minutes or less. The clock starts right now, coming off a solid 4-2 night last night. Goran Dragic just one assist shy of a 5-1 evening. Of course, the maestro coming through again. Let's bring in our cappers right now. And right below me, M Squared, been on a really nice streak here in hoops. How you doing, Mikey?
Doing well. Very excited. Limited schedule in the NBA tonight, but a couple of spots that I really like. So very excited today.
So is the man that's next to you, Zack Cimini, the Zack Attack. Zack, I know you're ready to fire.
I sure am. We even got a little snow today here in Vegas.
Oh, snow in Vegas. And then right next to me is the maestro. You had the Pistons last night. You said take them with the points. You could have laid 6.5 and still won that game.
That was a nice one, Coach, but it's on to today. Let's do it.
Let's do it. First game on the board today. We're going out west. The Utah Jazz, they have been red hot. 9 Eastern tip. They are hosting the Knicks. M Squared, give it to me.
Well, hold your breath here, but we're taking the New York Knicks plus 11 against the Utah Jazz. This Utah team has been very good, especially at home here. So they're taking a ton of threes this year, which is leading to a lot of success. But why I like the Knicks here in this spot is they've added a little depth now that Alec Burks has returned from injury, and most importantly, the ability to score. And then also they play with the league's slowest pace, which is going to hopefully help keep this game close enough. I like them in some of the half-court sets. I also think that Julius Randle could potentially give Rudy Gobert some foul trouble. So I like the Knicks here in this spot. I only make it minus 7.9 for the Utah Jazz. So it's a pretty meaningful edge in the NBA here when I'm getting 11. So give me New York Knicks plus 11.
I'm going to double down on that and take the Knicks as well, Mike. You look at the Utah Jazz. They've won 8 games in a row. All have been by covers. You just don't see that in the NBA. You look at the opponents that they've beaten, not defensive teams at all. Teams like the Warriors, Pelicans, Hawks, Cavaliers, and Pistons. And the Knicks, they already have a 12-point win this year against the Utah Jazz, and that was when they were shorthanded, only had 8 players, and they limited the starting backcourt of Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell to 11 of 37 shooting. I'll take the points here.
All right, we're doubling down on the Knicks as a team. Let's go. All right, we're going to stay in the NBA, and Maestro, the new-look Rockets, they've got a new attitude. They're playing with a lot of momentum and emotion. What do you like in this game?
Well, interesting game with John Wall, Bradley Beal facing off against each other. The first game since the big trade. And just look at the Wizards. You know, they came back from that COVID layoff, got blown out by 20 at San Antonio. They're missing 8 players tonight. And even though Christian Wood is doubtful, the Rockets still have Wall and Gordon and Oladipo and PJ Tucker. I think they get it done. I should have jumped on it last night. It was -1, 1.5. It's up to 3. I'm still going to lay it with the Rockets.
You know, on the early edge, you got to get the number at the best time. That means right now. Also, by the way, at the SportsLine app, this is a graded A play covering 67% of the time to back up the maestro. Okay, let's stay in the NBA. Our favorite prop of the day. M Squared, what do you like?
Back to the Utah game, and I'm going to be on the other side here, which may not make much sense considering I'm on the Knicks plus 11, but I like Donovan Mitchell over 4.5 rebounds. So a few games ago, Donovan Mitchell was called out on a TNT game by Shaquille O'Neal and told him that he didn't have what it takes. And since then, he's averaging 7 rebounds per game, scoring a lot more. He's looking to be a little more aggressive. I think that he will continue to do that in this spot. I think the Knicks still cover. But his rebound prop at 4.5, my simulations have it at 4.6 as the median number, and we're getting paid plus 130 here to take it. So I think you have to take Mitchell over 4.5 rebounds.
I'm going to go with another Mitchell, but on the Knicks side of things with Mitchell Robinson, over 8.5 points. This is a plus payout at plus 100. I think either way this game goes in terms of tempo, it benefits Mitchell. His athleticism, if the game is fast-paced, he can get some easy baskets. If the Jazz have an off night, which I'm expecting, he might get some offensive rebounds or benefit from some transition play in the open court. And he ranks second in the NBA in field goal percentage at 66%. And let's look back at the earlier game we mentioned when the Knicks beat them by 12 points. He played a season-high 41 minutes.
I'm going to go to the Rockets-Wizards game. I love this. PJ Tucker over 5.5 rebounds. Christian Wood doubtful. And if he's out, the last 2 games, Tucker has had 7 boards and 6 boards. And now you're playing a Wizards team, #1 in pace. The Rockets also top 7 in pace. Going to be a lot of shots, a lot of misses, a lot of chances to grab those boards.
I got to say that on our prop bets, you guys have been, if you haven't been winning, we've been like half maybe 1 assist or rebound down. You've really been on point with your prop bets the last couple of weeks. All right, by the way, it's a loaded night in hockey. 5 A-graded plays are currently on the board. If you're not a SportsLine member, you need to do it right now. Use a promo code EDGE, and you're going to get 30 days for free. All of our cappers, all of our simulations, which have absolutely been killing it. The game I'm going to give you tonight, Matt Severance. He is on a 9-0 run in the NHL. Tonight, Predators, -160 to take down the Blackhawks. I know that -160, you may not like it, but what do we always say? Sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. All right, here we go. Next game on the board, college basketball, M-squared. Where are you going?
We're headed back to Akron. I believe I gave this play out last Tuesday, and I like him again. Almost identical spot. We're looking at Akron -11 here against Eastern Michigan. Akron is 6-3 against the spread, 4-0 against the spread at home. They've won by over 10 points in each of the last 3 games. I love them in this spot. My simulations make them all the way up to -14.3. This Eastern Michigan team just isn't of the same caliber. Give me Akron at home, -11. I'd play it up to -12.5 if I had to.
I'm also going to be in the MAC conference, Mike, and take Toledo -5 against Miami, Ohio. They've won 10 of 11. They have great guard play. And what I like about this spot, we're catching the front end of their road trip. They're going to play 4 of their next 5 on the road. And if this game is close, maybe they're up 2 or 3 late. They rank 24th in the country with free throw percentage at 77%. I'm going to fade Miami, Ohio. They've won 3 straight, all by double digits, including a 19-point win against Bowling Green.
I'm going to look at SIU Edwardsville visiting Eastern Illinois. Not a marquee matchup of the day, but this spread, 6.5, way too high. Eastern Illinois, one of the worst teams in the country at covering numbers, 3-12 for the season, 1-11 in their last 12, haven't covered any of their last 5. They only have 1 win all season by this margin, by 7 or more, and that was against Chicago State, which is one of the worst teams in the nation. And SIUE, I think we're getting a little value. They just got destroyed by Belmont, lost by 52 points, but they did win outright as a dog in the last game. So I'm going to take 6.5 with SIUE.
Maestro, the tickets don't care whether it says Duke on it or SIU Edwardsville when you're cashing them. Come on. All right, here we go. It's that time of the show. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Let's do our recap. We'll start with M-squared tonight. 11s are wild for him. He loves the Knicks +11 against Utah. Likes the Akron Zips -11. His prop of the day, Donovan Mitchell, over 4.5 rebounds. Then the Zack Attack. He also is on the Knicks +11. Limited schedule tonight in the NBA. His prop, Mitchell Robinson, over 8.5 points. That's coming back at +100. And then in college basketball, Toledo, -5. And then the Maestro. He likes the Rockets. I love this play, -3. It continues to go up, so get the number when you can. PJ Tucker, over 5.5 rebounds. And then in college, SIU Edwardsville +6.5. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the play window. For M-squared, for Zack Attack, for the Maestro, for Chief, for the Jeweler. Oh, we've got a cast of thousands. I am the coach. Remember, this is always the place for your daily edge. Good luck.